The drama surrounding Maria Sharapova doesn't begin with trophies, fame, or the applause of thousands. It begins with a tiny 4-year-old girl in the cold stretches of Siberia, gripping a tennis racket almost too big for her hands. No crowd, no spotlight. Just raw ambition, a father's belief, and a dream too large to ignore. From those humble beginnings, she rose into one of the most iconic athletes of her generation. A woman whose presence shook stadiums, whose rivalry with legends electrified the sport, and whose name became synonymous with power, elegance, and relentless determination. But her story didn't end with the final swing of a racket. Far from it. In many ways, Maria Sharapova's life after tennis has been just as compelling, surprising, and inspiring as the career that made her a global icon. Long before the world knew her as a champion, Maria's life was shaped by sacrifice. Her family had very little, yet her father saw something extraordinary in her. A spark that couldn't be ignored. Despite financial challenges and the uncertainty of a foreign future, he took a chance. That chance paid off when the young prodigy caught the attention of legendary Russian coach Yuri Hopkin, who recognized in Maria something rare. Discipline, vision, and a natural talent shaped by hunger, not privilege. By the age of 13, she left her home behind and stepped into the high-pressure environment of the IMG Academy in Florida. She was young. She was alone. She barely spoke English. But she had something that separated her from everyone else on those courts. An unbreakable will. Every swing, every practice, every moment under the hot Florida sun was part of a journey she didn't yet understand. But the world would soon take notice. That moment came in 2004, when a 17-year-old Maria Sharapova stunned the tennis world by defeating Serena Williams to win Wimbledon. It wasn't just an upset. It was an announcement. A new star had arrived. Fierce, graceful, unstoppable. From there, Maria didn't just win matches. She built a legacy. Her powerful baseline game, her mental toughness, and her ability to shine under pressure led her to 36 career titles, victories across all major tournaments, and an achievement only 9 other women in history had ever accomplished, the career Grand Slam. But time is relentless, even for legends. By February 2020, Maria faced a truth she could no longer push aside. Her body, after years of battles, injuries, comebacks, and unimaginable effort, was signaling an end. At just 32 years old, she retired from the sport that had shaped nearly every chapter of her life. Yet, instead of viewing retirement as a closing door, she treated it like an opening one. A new beginning. A chance to transform yet again. Maria Sharapova was never just an athlete. She was, and still is, a brand, a businesswoman, and a visionary. Her mindset after retirement reflected the same discipline she carried onto the court. Her first priority was simple and pure. Health. After years of injuries, pain, and physical sacrifice, Maria rediscovered what it meant to move freely, to train without pressure, to enjoy fitness instead of using it as a tool for survival. Strength training, cardio, agility drills. Her social media became a glimpse into the lifestyle of a woman who refused to let age or retirement define her limits. But while some athletes fade into the background, content with past achievements, Maria stepped into the world of business with the confidence of a seasoned CEO. Her net worth, estimated around $196 million, did not grow by accident. Even during her tennis career, she understood something crucial. Fame is temporary, but ownership is forever. She had already been the face of massive brands like Nike, Motorola, Tag Heuer, Land Rover, and Porsche. But endorsements alone were not her ambition. Entrepreneurship was. In 2012, she launched Sugarpova, a premium candy line, as a side project while still competing. What began as a $500,000 investment has now become a powerhouse brand valued at over $187 million. Maria wasn't just a spokesperson. She was a founder, an innovator, and a strategist. And Sugarpova was only the beginning. Her portfolio expanded into Cleo Snacks, Supergoop sunscreen, and the renowned fashion label Moncler, where she sits on the board, shaping strategy, direction, and influence. Recently, she also embraced a major role as a wellness ambassador for Aman Hotels, helping develop luxury retreats that merge relaxation, rejuvenation, and modern wellness. Her business empire became proof that her talent wasn't limited to the tennis court. She carried the same sharp instincts, discipline, and global appeal into every venture she touched. But beyond the spotlight of business lies another chapter. One filled with love, family, and quiet joy. In December 2020, economist and businessman Alexander Gilks proposed to her, marking the beginning of a partnership rooted in mutual respect and shared ambitions. A year later, the couple announced they were expecting their first child, and in July 2022, they welcomed their son, Theodore, a new center of gravity in Maria's life. Her social media, once dominated by tennis shots and travel, now occasionally captures tender family moments. Soft smiles, warm sunlight, a life filled with peace rather than pressure. Yet Maria's lifestyle remains as elegant and fascinating as ever. Her real estate choices reflect sophistication, creativity, and a love for design. She previously lived in Florida, but today her primary home sits in Los Angeles, a breathtaking 3-story architectural masterpiece inspired by Japanese minimalism. Sunlight floods through open spaces, clean lines shape every detail, and the surrounding views create a serene environment far removed from the roaring stadiums of her past. More recently, she added a 3.3-acre Montecito estate to her portfolio, a $1.5 million property featuring a historic wood-clad residence from 1949, sweeping Pacific Ocean views, an outdoor kitchen, a sunken fire pit, and a fully equipped guest house. It is the kind of home that feels like a retreat, a sanctuary designed for reflection, rest, and luxury. And then there's her car collection, a fleet that reflects her long-standing partnership with Porsche and her love for engineering excellence. The crown jewel is the Porsche 918 Spyder hybrid supercar, valued at $845,000, capable of going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds. Her lineup also includes the Panamera GTS, the 911 Carrera 4S Cabriolet, the iconic 911 Targa, the Land Rover Range Rover, and the Porsche Boxster, each one blending speed, style, and performance. Travel has also become an essential part of her post-tennis life. From the golden streets of Marrakesh to the breathtaking cliffs of Santorini, from the romance of Paris to the turquoise waters of the Maldives, Maria documents journeys that celebrate culture, food, and beauty. Every destination feels like a new color added to the palette of her life. A reminder that even after a high-pressure career, she continues to explore, learn, and flourish. Her Instagram is a reflection of all these layers. It's polished yet genuine, glamorous yet grounded. One moment, she's in activewear preparing for a workout. The next, she's wearing luxury designer outfits, gracing fashion events with effortless elegance. Through her posts, fans see a woman who has learned to balance fame with authenticity, ambition with joy, and success with humility. And through it all, Maria never stopped giving back. Her foundation, launched in 2007, continues to support communities around the world, proving that her legacy extends far beyond trophies or wealth. She may live a life of luxury, but her heart remains committed to causes that matter. Today, Maria Sharapova stands as a symbol of reinvention. A woman who conquered the highest levels of her sport, stepped away gracefully, and built a new chapter defined by purpose, creativity, and fulfillment. She is not just a former athlete. She is an entrepreneur, a mother, a philanthropist, a global icon, and above all, an inspiration to anyone who believes that life after greatness can be even greater. As we close this chapter of Maria Sharapova's remarkable journey, we want to hear from you. Which part of her story surprised or inspired you the most? Share your thoughts below. Your comments help shape the next powerful story here on The Iconic World. If you enjoyed this cinematic deep dive into her life beyond the court, make sure you like the video, subscribe to The Iconic World, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another dramatic, story-driven look into the lives of iconic personalities. Your support keeps this channel growing, and your voice guides our next exploration into the world's most extraordinary figures.